Aloha everybody and welcome to part 16 of Banjo-Kazooie, and we're in the final world of the game, which apparently has all 4 seasons in it. You got spring, summer, fall, and winter. You flip this switch and you're allowed to go into the spring area of Click-Clock Wood. This world is quite gigantic, and the thing about it is that it's not only big, it's very repetitive in that it makes you go through all of it 4 times. Possibly more if you're backtracking. There is a spring version of Click-Clock Wood, there is a summer version of Click-Clock Wood, there is a winter and fall version of Click-Clock Wood, and that means you're going to be going through this gigantic area at least 4 times to find all the musical notes, because one area in spring may have musical notes, but that same area in summer may not have musical notes, and each season has its own separate musical notes. It's not like they carry over from spring to summer. If you didn't find all the musical notes in spring, then that means you're probably going to have to backtrack to this part when you're done going through all 4 seasons and you realize you don't have 100, musical notes and stuff. In fact, my first test playthrough, I missed these 3 musical notes up here. And then I backtracked through all 4 seasons looking for them. And I was like, why the hell can't I find these things? Because the world is huge. The world is so friggin' huge, it's ridiculous. But, this gigantic area we are literally going through at least 4 times. So this world's going to be a little bit big. It's going to take up more parts. And, that's not too bad, though. Why am I screwing up these guys? I don't usually let these birds hurt me so much. But anywho, over here, we want to lay some foundation for the upcoming seasons. So there's a plot of land here, and we want to shoot some eggs into it, because again, I don't know what's in Kazooie's eggs, but apparently her eggs can produce this. Seriously, Kazooie, what the hell's in your eggs? That seems crazy. Oh, by the way, someone kept sending me messages about this. I never played Banjo Pilot for the Game Boy Advance. I can't give my opinion on a game I've never played. Do you want my opinion on Banjo-Kazooie in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing? Because they are in that game, believe it or not. They're an okay driver, but they're kind of stiff to me. And I much prefer playing Dr. Eggman, so whatever. There you go. Oh, and Banjo was okay in Diddy Kong Racing. There. That's all I have to say about Banjo in racing games, because apparently he likes racing games. Yeah, he was in a Sonic game once. That's gonna come in one day. Not for a while, because while I am doing the Sonic series, it'll take a long time for me to get to Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, because that's even past Sonic Unleashed. And the people who think Sonic Unleashed is next, you have no idea how many games came out in 2006, 2007. You poor, poor fools. But here is the danger of Click-Clock Wood, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the danger. You can easily fall off, It's a lot of flying in between all these little sections, you have to always jump out and fly back in. It's so easy to fall off with these narrow ledges and these claptrappy things, and then later in the winter world, they got the snowmen who are throwing snowballs at you, which can knock you off, and just a lot of hazards and stuff that can sort of get in your way, and if you fall off, it's a painful landing at the bottom, It's not soft grass. You can maybe jump in the water area and land in the water, but that's if you're above it. And it's just a very dangerous, you gotta be kind of skilled, This is when your gaming skill really gets tested. This is the final world for a reason. Anyway, I flipped a switch that unlocked the summer door, so that when I want to move on to the summer version of Click-Clock Wood, there you go. But still. Let's see what's in here. Nabnut likes acorns. I'll just eat a few more. We can't do anything with Nabnut right now, but, This is Nabnut the squirrel. He likes acorns. By the way, the Mumbo transformation, you can only transform in spring. And you need 25 Mumbo tokens. You may have noticed I have 30. So if I missed a few along the way, that's because Click-Clock Wood is filled with them. They are filled, not just in spring. There are Mumbo tokens in like the summer seasons, the fall seasons, and the winter seasons, and there are a shitload of them. So if there was ever a point where you were actually running out of Mumbo tokens and you didn't have enough for like the future worlds and stuff, Click-Clock Wood is the Mumbo token central. Anyway, hatching this egg unlocks Irie, the mighty eagle, who is going to go to sleep. But maybe she'll have something to do for us in summer and fall, and who knows? So there's a lot of continuation quests where, like, you do something in spring, and then you're going to follow up on it in summer and fall and stuff like that. That's how Click-Clock Wood operates, and, you know, I like it. It's a unique world, and the theme song, oh my god, I love Click-Clock Wood's theme song. It's so fun. God, it's such a fun track, you know? But, and here, you'll only have to come in once. There, I got a Jiggy in the top of Click-Clock Wood in this little grassy area, but you never really have to come back here for summer, fall, or winter. It'll never spawn a new thing. And, so, you know, just a pro tip for anyone playing the game. So you can protect yourself from those claptrappy things with the invulnerability feathers. And that's how I got that green Jinjo without a scratch. I've climbed the entire tree, I've scombed every area of this place, so now I'm ready to go to the transformation. And let's see what Mumbo's got for us. It should also be mentioned, because he didn't actually do it to me during this playthrough, sometimes as a joke, Mumbo will transform Banjo into a washer and dryer. Like, for real. And he'll just like, sorry, just kidding. And then he'll transform you into what you're really supposed to be. I tried to get it to happen during this playthrough. I even did, like, test playthroughs after this recording, like 5 or so times, and he just wouldn't do it. And I was just like, fuck it. But sometimes he does that as a joke, and he never did it to me, so I don't know. It seems very luck-based. Anywho, Mumbo transformed us into a bee, and this is indeed his best transformation yet, because it's unlimited flight. You know, you can fly wherever you want, it doesn't waste red feathers. If you hold the B button, he zooms ahead really, really fast. And he can also fit into small spaces that regular Banjo could not. Like this beehive, why not? Go figure, the bee's going into a beehive. Shocking. And any Mumbo tokens I pick up now, there are no more Mumbo transformations in the game. So really, if I pick up another Mumbo token, I don't know why, because I don't really need them. And they don't really count towards 100% completion, so screw it. Anyway, these Zubbas are like hornets. They're protecting a Jiggy, which I can't get right now. But the reason I'm in here as a bee is because I want this pink Jinjo. The pink Jinjo is not there when I show up later, so, you know. That's why you're in here now. There are 2 Jinjos in spring, 1 in summer, 1 in fall, and 1 in winter. And, you know, they're actually color-coded, too. The yellow one's in summer, the red one's in fall, and the blue one is in winter. So that's one good way to remember which Jinjos are where and where to find them. And at the very top of Click-Clock Wood, at an area you cannot reach unless you're flying, is a Jiggy here. You can actually get this Jiggy in winter, too, when they start introducing flight pads and stuff, but I figured I'd get it now, because why not? I have unlimited flight. Why waste the red feathers? Why not? So, you go back to the main hub room, and then you transition from the others, you know, the other seasons, because I've done everything I can do in spring. Time to move on to summer. And once again, like I said, this world is very repetitive. I gotta do everything I just did in spring, again, in summer. And there are gonna be some little cosmetic changes. You know, the water's actually gonna be drained in summer because, I don't know. Now I have a new objective. Irie wants 5 caterpillars. So now there are gonna be caterpillars lying all over the place that I have to grab and give to Irie to feed her with. There's the yellow Jinjo. That's one's pretty easy to miss because, well, it's blending in with the yellow. Go figure. But there's a caterpillar. Uh, the Robin Hood guys are like shirtless now because it's summer and it's hot. And again, it's just very repetitive because I gotta go through all areas all over again. I gotta climb the tree again. I gotta check out the water area again. I gotta check up on my plants, which I grew in spring and stuff. So it's a very repetitive world, and it's quite gigantic, so, you know. It's the biggest world, but I love the atmosphere of it. Hey, look, it's a Donkey Kong Country reject. Can you move this boulder for me? Wow, what strength! Come inside and I'll give you a reward. Alright, let's go follow him. Let's go follow him and get that reward. Oh! It's too steep for Banjo and Kazooie. I can't climb up there. And if you're looking for the fall switch, the switch that opens the fall door, continue along the water pathway, and here it is. Of course, there's going to be a bird waiting to ambush you, but you can peck him no problem. So there's your fall door open. So yeah, as you can probably guess, we'll have to get that beaver's reward in the fall, because we can't actually get up there now. That beaver's name is Naughty. In fact, the beavers in Donkey Kong Country were called Naughty, and that was also a Rareware game, so I don't know if this is supposed to be some kind of Donkey Kong crossover. Hey, Banjo was in Diddy Kong Racing, so it wouldn't seem out of place. Because in this Rare universe, apparently Banjo and Donkey Kong live in the same world, so I don't know. And Donkey Kong lives in Mario's world, so Banjo lives in Mario's world by default then, right? That's how it works, right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. You cannot transform into a bee in any other season other than spring. So I can visit Mumbo's transformation hut, but as we'll see, there's nothing there for us. Although we want to... No! Oh! The thorns, the brambles, they are very sharp. They will poke your feet and damage you, so you gotta be careful with that area. But as I see here, Mumbo is cooling himself off with a leaf. Too hot for magic. Mumbo wants suntan. And so I'm not transforming. And then he has other excuses for fall and winter, but basically no transforming. But you still want to come into these areas during the other seasons, because I believe there are musical notes in the fall Mumbo hut. And there's definitely a Jinjo on top of Mumbo's hut in the winter. So, you know. It's still good to come to this area, because you never know what kind of surprises you'll find. Still, I do enjoy this concept. It's a very unique world concept that I've never seen in any other video game where, you know, you're creating events that will transition to a summer-fall scenario, and then you're continuing on those quests, and I like that. That's so unique to me. You're creating a flower in spring, then you're growing it in summer, then you're doing other things with the bird, and you know, it's just fun. Oh look, it's Gobi! Oh no, it's you two again! Gobi thought he was safe here. Eh, you weren't, motherfucker! Ha! Will you stop doing that? It took me ages to find more water. Yeah. Banjo and Kazooie, for some reason, they don't like Gobi. We jumped on him to feed Trunkers the tree. We jumped on him to get the extra honeycomb. And now we jumped on him to give water to this plant. And if we jump on Gobi again in the future, well, then Banjo and Kazooie are heartless monsters who deserve to, you know, they deserve to die. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell, says Gobi. Because Gobi is played by Samuel L. Jackson. If there was a Banjo-Kazooie live-action movie, you know that's how it would be. Come on. Come on. You don't associate camels with Samuel L. Jackson's voice? That makes you a racist! Yes, it does. Anywho, these leaves have finally grown out. In spring they were very small, and you could actually jump on them, but they were so small that there was the most exact, precise platforming ever. But now that they're super big, I can reach this Jiggy over here. So let's do that. Again, this playthrough could have been a real train wreck because sometimes when I play this level, my platforming is pretty terrible, and then I always fall and fall and fall, and I have to re-climb the tree again. And although I would edit it out and like transition and stuff, this level can be quite hazardous if you're not skilled. If you're letting things hit you when they shouldn't, it can be really, really tedious of a level to play. It's the final world, so I'm kind of cool with its difficulty. I'm kind of cool with its epic size and scope. Normally I hate when, you know, one of my complaints about Banjo-Kazooie is that it's a little bit too big for my tastes. Although I haven't played it since 2000, so maybe it's smaller than I remember. I don't know. But, you know. It's a big world is all I'm saying. Anyway, we're going into the hive. We're going into the beehive. And we'll see you in part 17.